Hey everybody, it's Matt Mayoko at NBC Sports Bay Area coming at you with an injury update, a 49ers update, which I guess in this case is an injury update on Friday. 49ers they've left the building. They are on their way to Buffalo, at least a good many of them are, but some very notable guys left behind here in Santa Clara. However, a little bit of a surprise after Wednesday and maybe Thursday as well. Brock Purdy will not only be making the trip, he will be in the starting lineup when the 49ers hit the field, whether it's a green field or a white field, whatever that field looks like Sunday night in Buffalo. But first, before we get to the entire update, this is brought to you by Canyon Club Brewery. Great brewery, beer garden, restaurant, all located in Moraga, California, out by where I live. It's right down the street. I go there quite frequently. They have a wide variety of beer selections as well as menu selections. Bring the family dog, and have a good time at Canyon Club Brewery. Coming soon to the Livery in Danville. And I'll keep you posted when the Livery location opens. Okay, so Brock Purdy said that he started to turn the corner, feeling good on Thanksgiving Day. So that's what he's thankful for, a right arm that is functioning. Kyle Shanahan said that he's healthy. If he weren't healthy, he wouldn't be playing in this game Sunday. Brock Purdy was able to make all the throws in practice, he said on Thursday, and then again on Friday. I did see him during the warm-up section of the practice, throwing balls in the end zone, in the red zone section of just the warming up part. So he did look like he was throwing it okay, but I still have those questions about what he can do in the game on Sunday against Buffalo, because folks, it looks like it could potentially be a bad weather game. And so the one idea or the one thought is obviously the cold, the snow. But I think the most important aspect of this game from the quarterback standpoint is the wind. And we all know that Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills quarterback, big guy, 6'5, 250 pounds, strong, can run, and also can just throw that ball through the wind. Uh, he's like the perfect quarterback for Buffalo. Brock Purdy, never really known for having a dynamic arm. It's his game is more built on precision, anticipation, timing, accuracy. So we'll see how he's able to function in this game. And he's going to have to do it with a new side of the left side of the offensive line. Trent Williams is out for this game again with the ankle injury, and Aaron Banks is out for this game after he does not pass through concussion protocol. So that means Jalen Moore again at left tackle. And quite frankly, he played pretty well for the 49ers, filling in for Trent Williams against the Green Bay Packers. And then Ben Barch will be seeing his first significant playing time with the 49ers. So Ben Barch, who had a career with the Jaguars, still a young enough guy. 49ers liked him from what they saw from him last year in the practices. And now he's moves up the depth chart and he will be starting at left guard, Ben Barch. And this could be a very key game for him, because I don't expect the 49ers to be able to re-sign Aaron Banks in the offseason as an unrestricted free agent. I think he's going to get a kind of big money deal that the 49ers wouldn't be willing or able to pay for him. So I do think that this is a game where Ben Barch could conceivably make a case whether he would be or could be the 49ers starting left guard for not only this game, but potentially for next year at all. Could be a situation very similar with like Dominic Pooney, where they have two guys that they think are going to be the starters. This year it was Feliciano and also Burford, but Feliciano was injured out for the entire season. Burford was injured early in training camp. It opened the door for Pooney to get in there, and he never let go of that starting position. So it could be something where next year the 49ers look to get a young right guard, or a left guard, I should say, a guy who's capable of playing left guard. But maybe if Bart shows them that he would be somebody that could be an acceptable starter, that could influence the 49ers offseason plans. Okay, so here's the deal. Nick Bosa will not play with the hip and the oblique. I mentioned Trent Williams. I mentioned Aaron Banks. Also, Jordan Elliott, starting defensive tackle, or at least he's been a starting defensive tackle with Javon Hargrave out, with Kevin Givens out. Elliott won't play in this game due to a concussion, but Givens could be back in the lineup. He's listed as questionable. Here's another big one. Diamador Lenore is out with the knee injury. It's a deep bone bruise right above the knee in the quad area. I thought he'd be able to play in this game because he sustained that injury halfway through the first quarter. He toughed it out, played all but 5 snaps in that game, but can't go. However, the 49ers do expect to get Charvarius Mooney Ward back on the field. So look for him to be as a starter. Also, Renardo Green, questionable with the next injury. So 49ers could be down 2 significant defensive backs. We will see if Green is out for this game, but they do get Charvarius Ward back. So those are the guys who are out, along with Dre Greenlaw. Will not be active for this game. I told you that earlier in the week. Plan was to not play him this week, not even really think of him in that light. And it sure sounds, and I asked Kyle Shanahan about this on Friday, it sounds like the plan isn't necessarily to get him back to play next week against the Bears, because the 49ers have a quick turnaround, a Thursday game against the Rams. So probably the way this sets up for the 49ers, because they do want Dre Greenlaw to play this season before the end of the season, probably the way it best sets up would be for the 49ers in week 15 to have Dre Greenlaw play against the Rams. And then they have a full, what does that be, 10 days before their next game. So that is probably the avenue that they will go with Dre Greenlaw, as he's making good progress, had a good week of practice for the 49ers facing, as he played scout team getting ready to face the Buffalo Bills. Other guys who are questionable, Chris Conley, and I said Renardo Green and Demetrius Flanagan fouls. So that's where the 49ers are now, as far as what that team is going to look like on Sunday against the Buffalo Bills. It's not the best situation, obviously, for this team as they head into a game, probably the most difficult assignment they've had, playing the Buffalo Bills. Bills coming off their bye week. 49ers just got trounced by the Green Bay Packers. So we will see where this goes. But as the 49ers, we'll talk more about, I guess, the future. We'll see how this game goes against Buffalo. But, if, as I guess the entire football world, except for maybe a few diehards watching this video, if this game goes like most of the football world expects it to, and the 49ers have a difficult time remaining competitive against the Buffalo Bills, the 49ers will be faced with some questions to answer as far as what they want to accomplish in what would be then the final 5 games of the season to get ready to set themselves up for 2025. If you get a chance, watch my interview with John Lynch. We talked a little bit about how he kind of looks at this season from the injury standpoint. The 49ers had the 2019 season where they went to the Super Bowl. In 2020, they had all kinds of injuries. People probably thought at that point, oh, maybe their window is closed. But what happened? They were back at it in 2021. They got better luck as far as the injuries go. This year, very similar. They go to the Super Bowl in 2023 season, 2024. They're ravaged by injuries. I know the nucleus of the roster is older now, but it does pose the question of, are the 49ers that far away, or has that ship sailed? So they do have some young guys, some building blocks that John Lynch talked about. So try to find that on YouTube. If I maybe I'll put the link down below in the comments section so you can watch that and let me know what you think. So once again, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like and a comment. And right now, I'm getting ready to head off to Buffalo. I'm going to pack warmly. Pull out some clothes I've never worn before, probably, or I haven't worn in a long time, and got a red-eye flight to Buffalo, and it should be a wild weekend with the weather, because I don't recall in 30 years of covering the 49ers that I've ever witnessed a snow game. Cold weather, yes. Some snow flurries, yes, but never a game where you can't see the hash marks or you can't see the numbers. So that is potentially what could happen in Buffalo. The weather seems to be changing all the time as far as when I'm checking the weather reports, but I'm off for a red eye flight. And until then, thank you for watching.